Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer, born in Accra, Ghana, a Quranic researcher and a critical thinker based on religion, who does online lectures based on the guidance of the Quran on platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok since 2018. In Finland, and 13 years, QBE, in Classical Arabic and MSA in Quranic Arabic. The author of the Refer to the Quran, which helps every novice to understand the steps towards understanding the great Quran and the guidance of God in it.
Time to rise and meet the challenge. Baba Shuaib is calling you out. Meet Baba Shuaib, a correctional officer with a mission. Today he's throwing down the gauntlet to the mushriks, no more holding back. With his logo shirt and cap, Baba Shuaib sits tall and confident. He says, the time for action is now. It's time to rise, to push past limits, and to become the best versions of ourselves. Baba Shuaib believes in the power of determination and resilience. His challenge is simple. Stand up, face your fears, and conquer them. Every day is a new opportunity, he says. An opportunity to grow stronger, to be better, and to leave a mark on the world. So, are you ready to accept Baba Shuaib's challenge? Are you ready to rise above and beyond? Join Baba Shuaib and let's show the world what we're made of, because the only limit is the one you set for yourself.
One chicken on the screen? How do you see one chicken on the screen?
Because they have one chicken nature.
One chicken nature, but there's three chickens on the screen.
No, it's 3 in 1.
3 in 1? What are you talking about, 3 in 1?
I thought 3 in 1. It's a chicken trinity.
Chicken Trinity?
Yeah.
Never heard of that. Is that like some new religion?
Yep.
How do you see one?
I see one. It's one chicken nature.
How do you see one?
Okay. You know what? Stay here. Okay. You said you're asking me how do I see one? You're having a hard time understanding how I'm seeing one, correct?
Yes. I'm referring to the Trinity.
How many gods do you see? The same way you see 3 chickens, how many gods do you see?
I see one.
Get the hell off my panel.
There comes a time in life where you just got to keep it real with yourself, bro.
One chicken on the screen? How do you see one chicken on the screen?
Because they have one chicken nature.
One chicken nature, but there's 3 chickens on the screen.
No, it's 3 in 1.
3 in 1? What are you talking about, 3 in 1?
I thought 3 in 1. It's a chicken trinity.
Chicken Trinity?
Yeah.
Never heard of that. Is that like some new religion?
Yep.
How do you see one?
I see one. It's one chicken nature.
How do you see one?
Okay. You know what? Stay here. Okay. You said you're asking me how do I see one? You're having a hard time understanding how I'm seeing one, correct?
Yes. I'm referring to the Trinity.
How many gods do you see? The same way you see 3 chickens, how many gods do you see?
I see one.
Get the hell off my panel.
There comes a time in life where you just got to keep it real with yourself, bro.
One chicken on the screen? How do you see one chicken on the screen?
Because they have one chicken nature.
One chicken nature, but there's 3 chickens on the screen.
No, it's 3 in 1.
3 in 1? What are you talking about, 3 in 1?
I thought 3 in 1. It's a chicken trinity.
Chicken Trinity?
Yeah.
Never heard of that. Is that like some new religion?
Yep.
How do you see one?
I see one. It's one chicken nature.
How do you see one?
Okay. You know what? Stay here. Okay. You said you're asking me how do I see one? You're having a hard time understanding how I'm seeing one, correct?
Yes. I'm referring to the Trinity.
How many gods do you see? The same way you see 3 chickens, how many gods do you see?
I see one.
Get the hell off my panel.
There comes a time in life where you just got to keep it real with yourself, bro.
One chicken on the screen? How do you see one chicken?
But do you have God? But they have created their own form of guidance to conduct the people's livelihood, like to tell the people, to decide for the people, instead of letting God decide. So they will go ahead and tell you this is forbidden, to the extent they will even tell you music is haram. Don't listen to music. Don't wear gold. Don't wear this. Don't wear that. This is how they restrict them. They even
Yeah, peace to you all. Greetings to you all, guys. Peace, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to all. I see you all. I see all of you. I see my brother Alpha Music Empire, Felix Bloom, Kollega. I see you. Greetings to you, bro. One love. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. God bless you. Yeah, we have. I'm streaming live from Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and then Twitch. 4 platforms at the same time simultaneously. Let me see here. Yeah, on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Yeah, I would have loved to be streaming in more of the platforms like Kick, like Instagram and so on, but yeah, I know most of the attentions are focused on these 3. That is Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. That's where the most of the attention is. And thanks to God, God being gracious and merciful, we have 20,000 subscribers on Facebook. We have 14,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we have almost 85,000 subscribers on TikTok. Thanks to God. So the audience, the number is growing bigger and shows that we are moving to the right direction. I just need to give a little bit extra push to my effort, because it seems along the way I was checking the analytics. I've slowed down the pace. Slowing down the pace is not a good thing. I need to keep up full force. So one of my agendas for this year is to go full force. And thanks to God, we have people supporting the cause, and we have amazing people who are willing to help push this forward. And special regards to one of my dear brother. You're watching, you know yourself. Yes, the support has been tremendous, amazing, amazing, unexpectedly. So we have people who want to see the cause grow and see the efforts become a bigger impact. And hopefully, God willing, we are going to reach that goal starting from now, right? So I appreciate all of you watching. Greetings to all those who are watching. Shout outs to the real Mishizi Sniper, Bimbaz, Sheikh Samsung. Guys, kindly follow this guy, Sheikh Samsung, Bimbaz. He's on TikTok. He's a guy who normally does that. He dabs my videos and do reactions to them, like imitates the things I say. He's amazing. So do follow him on TikTok, right? Grow his page, make the page grow. I know when the mushriks, when they see all these kind of things, it pinches them to the core, right? So I love it when I see people reacting to the things I say, to the things I put out there. It shows that we are in a good cause, in a good direction, right? And sometimes I'll get people come to me. Kudos to this brother, my dear brother MFG. People will come to me, usually inbox me and say, hey, I discovered you from MFG. I saw you maybe from MFG's interaction with somebody. Your name pops up, and I'm like, no, this guy will be interested. Let me go check out. So thanks to MFG, a lot of people came to my direction through him. He's doing an amazing work. And that is a good initiative. Of course, we cannot all be the same, but we all do our own style of things, and it makes a difference, right? So that's one thing you guys should put at the back of your mind, that every little effort you make in the cause of God will definitely make a difference, right? In your own unique way. So to all the content creators out there, to all those who are using their page to propagate the message of goodwill and also the truth, I appreciate all of you. God bless all of you, right? whether you are using the mode of music, whether you are using the mode of putting pictures with text, whether you are using the mode of content creating as we sit in the eyes of the public and present ourselves and make an argument, whichever way you are doing, don't think whatever you are doing is useless or baseless. It's actually making an impact, right? You are making an impact, and don't take it for granted. Just put a little bit of effort and seriousness in this, and you'll be amazed on how much impact these things are making, right? So never give up, never back down, keep on going, put the contents out there, put the truth out there. You cannot fathom the euphoria around this when people come to me physically and tell me, Baba Shuaib, your videos are making an impact, right? It's a motivation for me. Like it becomes like I feel like I'm not doing enough. Yes, when people come to me and tell me your videos are making an impact, I just look at them and I'm like, I'm not doing enough. I don't see that I'm doing enough, right? But I know time is coming, inshallah. Yeah. So greetings to, I see you, Reverend Ravin. I appreciate you, sis. I see you. XFS Z18. Yes, I see you, Sister Rama. I see you. I appreciate you. God bless you. I see is it Sadi Rad? I see my elder Sadi Rad. Thank you very much. Sadi Rad is a lovely brother, uncle, a friend, an elder. I appreciate you very much. May God keep you safe, and stay blessed. Greetings to your family and regards to your family as well. We have Nara Power, Alaji Atal Mahmoud. I see you, my dear brother. Greetings to you. Tom Johnson, the Dangana and Dagi. I see Ram Osat. Yes, I see you. Umar Sataura, I see you. JS Jian, I see you. Dark face Mushrik, Octodos Mushrik. Yes, I'll be coming to that. People will be wondering, why did I play the video from Octodos Mushrik, right? I'll be coming to that. Just a second. Yeah, I'll be coming to that point, why I played that video. Yes, Facebook is live and running. Let me see. It's YouTube live and running. Yeah, YouTube is on. Facebook is on. Twitch, is Twitch on? Yes, Twitch is also on. How about TikTok? Is TikTok running? Sorry. Is TikTok also running smooth? Let me see. TikTok is running. Yeah. So shout outs to all those who are here. I see you. Oh, I see Isa Abdullah Shamu. I see you. I see Ahmed Abdullah. I see Baba Saidu, my dear brother Abdul Majid. I see you. Lamin Toure. I see you. Let me see here. Lamin Toure. This one here. Yeah, Faraz Yabut, I see you. Salam to you. Yeah. Let me see this one. Then, yes, we have my dear brother, Alpha Music Empire. I see you. I see Mud Ashari Abdur Rahim. I see my dear brother, James Spanner. God bless you, brother. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you. God bless you. We have 2Gs, the realist. Yes, my dear brother from Ghana. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate you. GS says, I like the music from this shot. Yeah, yes, that's the winter drill, this thing. The music, and that is from TikTok, right? It's a TikTok war team. It's a war team. Fatih Pahad, I see you. Karim Jonathan, Nico Tijani, Khadija Sameya. Omar Satauri says, what is an ashawu? Ashawu means a prostitute, a whore, or a prostitute. That's what it means. According to the Hadith, when a woman uses perfume, she's an adulteress. That's according to their own Hadith, right? So that's the nonsensical things they have in their books, right? Yeah. Just be, I see you. Marshall, yes, I see you. Marshall the Grey. Beb Faisal, AKS, AKKS, right? Smith HK. Then we have, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the support. God bless you. Adam Mohammed, yes, I see you. I see our, yeah, we cooking today. Yeah, we cooking something today. I pray the whole world to be saved in the name of who? These Christians, eh? Okay. Anyways, Abiola Banks, Radmon Farouk. Yes, my dear brother, I see you. Greetings to you. Peace. Salam. We have, yes. Yeah, is it Osai Aishat, right? 18. Yeah, good evening to you. God bless you. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. We have Ibrahim Ajalo. We have Abu Thomas, my dear brother. We have Bilal Jibril. We have Muhammad Gaddafi Traore, Salis Jimmy. I see you, my dear brother. Greetings to you, Salis. Thank you very much, Radmon Farouk. No need to thank me. Be appreciative to God. Thanks to God, for giving me the energy, the effort, and then the wisdom and knowledge to be able to present what I do, right? So focus on the gratitude to God more than me, right? God made it possible. So my brother Shaheen, I see you. Salam to you, Shaheen. Brother Imran, I don't know if you're watching, but I know you'll be watching. God bless you also. I appreciate your support. Mohammed Gaddafi, thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Shaheen. Then we have Abiola Bank says, okay. Okay, no problem. I didn't think you recognize me as Marshall. I'm using my legal Filipino name for business purpose. Thanks, Baba Shuaib. You're welcome. You're welcome, bro. Yeah, sure. So let's go on for today. So in the beginning, I played a video from this guy, Octodos Mushrik. The guy called Octodos Mushrik. He's a mushrik, by the way. I just love some of his concepts when he's arguing with the Christians. And be rest assured, Baba Shuaib is a person, I'm just with the way I present my arguments concerning the sectarians. Yes, I see you. Salam to you, Mariam. I see you. Shout outs to those on TikTok. I see you all. Greetings to all of you. I see Ratus. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. God bless you. I see Villain Vibes, the Lone Wolf. I see Rukayeta Kwa. For those on TikTok, sorry, I didn't notice your message on time, right? Farah 29, love the motivation. Yes, thank you very much. Maggie, Helal Ahmed, all of you, Hassan Khan. I nearly missed those on TikTok, right? I was just focused on Facebook, YouTube, and thanks to God I remember on time because it feels like I've left them out. I see. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, so far on TikTok we have about 25 people watching live right now. Kindly share so other people can join, right? Maybe the mushriks will be benefiting from it. Sometimes people ask me, why do I call people mushrik? I've explained this multiple of times in my videos, but it seems people don't understand this concept. It is not an insult, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't understand why I do what I do, it's not an insult. It is just like somebody who is stealing regularly and the person is caught, that person is called a thief. If you call somebody who steals, is actually doing that thing, and you call him a thief, it's not an insult. What I do is not name calling. Please understand this. What I do is not name calling. I only describe the people and what they do. So when you described it, like, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say I'm describing an animal with two horns and a long nostril or a long nose, what comes to your head? I'm describing something, right? So that thing must have a name. So when I describe, I give it a name. So the name makes you identify who I'm describing. So I just describe an elephant. You understand? When I call these Sunnis, the Shias, and so on, mushriks, I'm not beating around the bush. Correctional officer does not beat around the bush. People who know me will tell you, I don't beat around the bush. If you are a mushrik, I tell you, even in a live dialogue, I will tell you, then you are a mushrik. I don't beat around the bush. So it is not like I'm hypocritically standing on the side and calling people names, and then I cannot justify what they do. I justify what they do and I call them because they are criminals. Right? So Quran chapter 41 verse 6 tells you to woe to the mushriks. If you don't know them, how can you woe to them? For instance, if you say woe to the liars, وَيْلٍ لِكُلِّ أَفَّاكٍ أَثِيمٍ. Go and read Quran chapter 45 verse 6 up to verse 8. It tells you woe to the sinful liar, أَفَّاكٍ أَثِيمٍ. Now, if you don't know that sinful liar, how do you woe to him? You tell me. You, the guy saying, Baba Shuaib, let's not call those people names. What do you mean? If somebody is a thief, I shouldn't call him a thief. So if somebody is a pedophile, I shouldn't call him a pedophile. If somebody is a rapist, I shouldn't call him a rapist. What if somebody is a murderer? I shouldn't say he's a murderer. Oh, don't call him names so that, what do you mean by that? Every government will punish criminals and they will tag you as a criminal. If you are an ex-rapist, they will tag you as a rapist. If you are an ex-pedophile, they will tag you as an ex-pedophile. It is not name calling. It defines your characteristics, what you are about. So when Baba Shuaib says mushriks, I'm not insulting them. It is the definition of what they represent. Look, it will be a name calling if that person doesn't represent that ideology, and I'm calling them that name, then it becomes an insult. You get my point? Let's say now Baba Shuaib is not a criminal, and you call me a criminal. That is an insult. That is what an insult is, because then it becomes offensive, because I didn't do that. Are you getting the point? So please, away with that emotional comments on my pages. If you are emotional, Baba Shuaib keeps telling you several times, my page is not for emotional people. I'm not here to romance your ego, to romance your feelings, to romance. Baba Shuaib throws the shots anyhow, as long as it's the truth. I don't care who is watching. The truth is what matters. Not me, not you. The truth is what matters. So please do away with that kind of silly comment on my page. Baba Shuaib, don't call them names. What do you mean I'm calling who names? So Quran chapter 109 verse 1, when God asked the prophet to call the kafirun, Kul ya ayyuhal kafirun, oh you the kafirs, because they know themselves and they admit they are kafirs because they reject what he brought. So that calling them kafirs is an insult now. So if God doesn't give you the names to identify these people who commit this act, how can you know? So that is why when I know, I use that tag to give these people. So you and I can identify that whenever you see somebody committing this act, that is a kafir. That is a mushrik. That is a hypocrite. That is a believer. That is, are you getting my point? Please. So those commenting with that emotional tag, please don't even comment on my page anymore. If you have that kind of mindset and you think Baba Shuaib is insulting people or calling people names, everything I do is justified. So when I open the phone lines and you are that type of person, call me directly and see the justification I give you. Please. Then you see people quoting chapter 16, verse 125. Where in that verse does it say I cannot call somebody's name if he's a criminal? You tell me. If you quote chapter 16, verse 125, where God says, invite to the way of God by wisdom and whatever, where does it say in the verse, don't call somebody when he's a criminal, don't call him a criminal? Where does it say that? You people just quote verses for fun and you don't understand the implications surrounding the particular verse. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways, let's go on, guys. Oh, wow, this is good. Actually boosted the fire in my body. It helps so that I will not be sluggish, Yeah, it's good. Sometimes it's good to recharge your battery. I just did. Thank you to all those who are coming. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Mahama Arajul, thank you. Salam to you. Is it Aramor? Salam from Russia and Kazakhstan, brother. Wow. Greetings to you, brother. Gandao, I see you. Hi, from Kumasi. Yeah, greetings to you, bro. I see you, Hati. Is it Hati Kese Orangan? Yeah? Yes, I see you, my brother. And then we have Latifu 4. Greetings to you. Peace. Thank you all for coming. So I played this guy, Octodus Mushrik, on my page. I like the concept he used for that guy, right? The concept he used was right on point. I love the concept. So look, listen to the video. I just love the concept he used, right? Against the guy.
One chicken on the screen? How do you see one chicken on the screen?
Because they have one chicken nature.
One chicken nature, but there's 3 chickens on the screen.
No, it's 3 in 1.
3 in 1? What are you talking about, 3 in 1?
I talk 3 in 1. It's a chicken trinity.
Chicken Trinity.
Yeah.
Never heard of that. Is that like some new religion?
Yep.
How do you see one?
I see one. It's one chicken nature.
How do you see one?
Okay. You know what? Stay here. Okay. You said you're asking me how do I see one? You're having a hard time understanding how I'm seeing one, correct?
Yes. I'm referring to the Trinity.
How many gods do you see? The same way you see 3 chickens, how many gods do you see?
I see one.
Get the hell off my panel.
There comes a time in life where you just got to keep it real with yourself, bro.
Guys, so this concept he used against the Christian, imagine using the same concept against the Sunnis. You know, that's how bamboozled they are. You understand? Sunnis, same. If you use the same analogy, similar analogy, when you're dealing with a Sunni, it's the same naivety, the same stupidity they also use. You understand? Because logically, if we use logic to assess the scenario, a Christian doesn't have a chance to explain this scenario. That is logic. Use the same logic applying against the Sunnis. It doesn't, like, their logic doesn't work. You know, and all these guys you are seeing, I'll be Baba Shuaib, I'm coming for you, guys. Mushrik, Octodus Mushrik, don't worry. Baba Shuaib has prepared for you. I'll come for you guys, one-on-one, inshallah. And I'm going to set you up for the world to see. I'm serious. God willing, inshallah. Now, he used the same concept to a Christian and telling him, look at the screen, you see 3 chickens. He said 1 chicken. The guy says, no, I see 3. Okay. Then he put the Jesus concept and then the depiction of God and Jesus and then the Holy Spirit as a bed. How many gods do you see? The guy is like 1. You see, logic is thrown out of the window. That is exactly when you are dealing with a Sunni. Logic is thrown out of the window. Out. Forget about thinking the Sunnis, the sectarians, they look powerful when they are like a team. And naturally, this is how logic works. When you are a team, a pack of wolves or a pride of lions or a group of cattle and so on, when you are in a teamwork, when you are a team, even if you are nonsensical, you have power. So when the Sunnis, you see them regrouping and organizing a program, a platform, and they are on as a team, then they look powerful because they try, if you call us as a guest, they try to make you look stupid. Even if you're trying to make a point, this guy will interrupt you. Then this guy will take you back to the question being asked. Then this guy will say, hey, then this. So what they do is they don't want you to make sense. This is how good they are. But one-on-one, they look like bozos. One-on-one. They become bozofied because they don't have an argument. They start stammering. You get my point? Okay. So if you like, go on all these guys' platform, all of these guys, Octodus Mushrik Lantin, Mohammed Hibijibis, Ali Donuts, you mentioned their name, Farid Regrets, you mentioned their names. You tell them, guy, is it Mufti Mufti what? Abu Leg? You take all of them. Tell them, Can you face Baba Shuaib one-on-one on a dialogue? Go and check their response. Jake Broncotella, or is it Broccoli? I don't know. All of them. You take them one-on-one and say, I want you to face Baba Shuaib, correctional officer, one-on-one. Go and come back with the response to me. Go to them and come to me with their response. I'm serious. None of them will accept to face me one-on-one on a live broadcast one-on-one. None of them. I'm not joking with you. Put that to the test. Go to them. And don't worry, God willing. My page is growing. I'll get there. You mark it on the wall. I will make these guys retire online, inshallah. God bear me witness. They will resign online. You think they don't know me? They know me very well than you know them. Yes, very, very well. You think anybody will see MFG's video and doesn't know Baba Shuaib, correctional officer? All of those guys I'm mentioning have interacted with MFG, right? Do you think all these guys would interact with MFG and they don't know Baba Shuaib, correctional officer? Is that what you're thinking? They know me very well. They will avoid me because the kind of argument I will use against them, they haven't mastered the courage to face that up front in the public. I'm not joking with you. The likes of Farid Response that you're watching, I've had interactions with Farid Response privately several times. Farid Response isn't a new person to me. I know him. We've had interactions in the past. Maybe you guys don't know. The God Logics you are seeing, the Averys, I've had private discussions with them before. It is not a new thing, right? Those people, I don't understand. They will not accept to come face to face in the public with me one-on-one. I don't know why. I don't know. Let's go. So away with Octodus Mushrik. Let's take this out of video. There's another video here I want to play. So let's go with Ali Donut. Okay, sorry. Before we go to Ali Donut, the video here
of God.
Yeah. So this video is a promo video from Mami Grace. What I just found out is Mami Grace has actually shared a video on a page, but she made it members only. Unfortunately, I wasn't told. I wasn't aware of this. So I confronted them. I confronted her team and I asked for explanation because I was promised the video was supposed to be released 1 week after we did the live discussion, right? And it wasn't released. So I just happened to find out that it has been released just 2 weeks ago from now, 2 weeks ago. But it was made on a page as members only without me knowing, without my consent, and which is, you know, is surprising to me. Yeah, because even if it will be made members only on a page, I expect to have the video on my side also. So if you make it members only on your side, that is your side. I will put it so everybody get to watch because, you know, it's a message for the people. But she has made it private on a page for 2 weeks now. Right, I wouldn't suggest to my audience to go there and you know to pay in order to watch me there. No. I would love for you to support her page, but not in this means because I don't expect any of my audience here to go and pay to watch me on anybody's platform. Right, Baba Shuaib's videos, whatever I say, I know it's a gem. I have gem to speak out. I have something powerful to say, but I don't expect anybody to go anywhere. For people who support my page, I appreciate that. But the message I have out there to give, if it's a solid message, I don't expect anybody to, you know, to take money from anybody before getting to listen to me, right? So allow her to put on her page for members for now. But when it's ready, don't worry. I'll get the video. It will come on my page. Everybody will get to watch, right? I know you appreciate the message I put out there, but you know this doesn't look good to me the way it was handled, right? So going forward, I'll make it a point that whenever I go to Ghana and I'm invited to be on a platform, I'll make sure I make an agreement with them that there's no way I will let, you know. How do you call it? I will let my videos be, you know, how will I say, monetized in such a way that my audience will not get to access to my videos. No. I will not tolerate that, right? So I think we are working things out. So inshallah, whatever feedback comes, I'll let you guys know what happens, because it's been like almost a month now, right? How can I do a video and you promise a week later it will be out and it's already like a month, and not knowing you are putting it for your members only? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, so let's go to the next video. Yes, privatized. Yes, that's the right word. They made it private, meaning to the members only. Yes, they made it to the members. And if you check the list of videos she has, out of about 10 videos, it's only 2 or 3 videos they made it private to their members. It shows, yes, it shows my video is credible and has something to offer. So yeah, but I will value it much if she consulted me, or they consulted with me first before putting it to members only. It will make sense, because the point is, if Baba Shuaib right now, I'm looking for my own video, what happens? So does that mean I have to pay as a private member before I get my own content? It doesn't make sense, right? No way. But anyways, it has already happened. So let's move on. Now, the next thing is Ali Donut. Ali Donut.
Can you prove that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not marry Aisha when she was a child in less than 60 seconds?
Yeah, sure. They made the marriage contract at 6 and the consummate marriage at 9. 8. I would be like a pedophile is somebody who is interested in children. If that's the case, the Prophet ﷺ looked at Aisha, and Aisha at the age of 6, she would have been more close to a child. Why did the Prophet, peace be upon him, wait 3 years for her to become adult and have adult features? If a pedophile is interested in pubescent girls, he wants those features in that girl. He waited 3 years for her to have adult features, number one. Number two, none of his in the Quraysh used this against him. This is something new that came in the 1900s by Orientalists. If you look at the dynamics between their relationship, you can't lie about love. Look how Aisha and Anha was so jealous. They would drink from the same cup. When he died, you could see that she was there for him. She mourned his death. So the question is this, when you look at the psychology of love and romance, she was so jealous. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, married another woman, she was so angry she smashed the plate. So one second, you can't fake that. If a woman's not jealous with you or doesn't love you, she will never do those actions of racing with you, drinking from the same cup, being so jealous that you got married again, that's got so angry. That shows genuine love. It shows that he did not marry a child, she was an adult, and at that time, the age was completely different. So in a nutshell, I would use that main argument.
Drop in the comments. Do you agree, or are you wrong, and do you disagree?
God have mercy upon us.
Hey, Ali Donut. Hey. Guys, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's mind-boggling the way these people mindset work, right? For me, it's mind-boggling. I just don't understand how their mindset work. But these people are people's husband. They are married. They have, it's surprising. I don't know if they are using charms on their women to marry them. But yeah. Okay. How do you classify my daughter, ladies and gentlemen? My daughter is 10 years this year, right? How do I classify her as matured? How is she matured? How? Even if a girl is at puberty age, we don't consider her matured. These guys understand the meaning of the word matured? When the moment we say somebody is a matured woman, seriously, I don't think they understand the implications of the way they choose to use words. And these guys are based in Britain, for God's sake. Britain, and they speak British language, English. And these guys have a large following. They have a large following. How? So is it a bunch of fools following them? I don't understand. Is it just a bunch of fools following these kind of guys? Heebie-jeebies and Ali Donut and so on. They only have fools following them or what? So this kind of explanation, it still makes sense to some people. Let's take that analysis.
Can you prove that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not marry Aisha when she was a child in less than 60 seconds?
Yeah, sure.
That's a question. So the question itself is a perfect question. The answer failed. Can you prove that the Prophet Muhammad didn't marry a child? Listen to the question. Can you prove that the Prophet Muhammad didn't marry a child? In 45 seconds. Can you prove? He didn't, I don't think he understood the question. He said, yeah, sure. Listen to the question.
Can you prove that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not marry Aisha when she was a child in less than 60 seconds?
Yeah, sure.
What is there for you to prove? Bozo. Yes, by the way, bozo is not another name. It means incompetent fool. It takes a fool to say what Ali Dawah just said. Yeah, I don't care if it's a scholar saying it, if it's a prominent person saying it, if it is Mufti Menk saying it, if it is Zakir Naik saying it. Yeah, he'll be a fool to answer that and affirm that just because a garbage book said it. Sahih al-Bukhari 5134. Coming from a garbage book, not the book of God. Because throughout the Quran, Prophet never married a girl. He married women. And women, adults, females, he married. Not girls.
Sure. They made the marriage contract at 6 and the consummate marriage.
He made the marriage contract at 6. You just affirmed to the question. But you failed the question. Because you just affirmed to the guy asking you the question. Can you prove that the Prophet Muhammad did not marry Aisha at the age of 6? Can you prove that he did not? I don't think this guy understands English. No, I'm serious. Ali Dawah does not understand English. I don't think he understood the question, even though. Guys, help me out. Help me out with some laughing emojis, please. He didn't understand the question. Please help me out. I don't think he understood the question. Do you think he actually understood the question? No, I don't think so. He did not understand the question. Look, you see, sometimes when you are answering a question, you need to pay attention to what the questioner is asking you. And that is the thing I use in my... That's the kind of thing I use in my argument when I'm having a dialogue with the mushriks. Pay attention. Listen to how to pay attention to a question. And listen to how you need to answer it. There's a difference between how you ask a question and how you are answering it. If I ask you, are you married? You don't need to tell me, let me explain. Are you married? It's an open-ended question. So meaning, yes, I am, but let me explain. No, I'm not, but let me explain. You first of all need to answer the question you are asked. Before, if there is an explanation, you do. You don't just go ahead and say, let me explain, without saying yes or no. That means you did not understand the question. Okay, so check the way the question was asked.
Can you prove that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not marry Aisha when she was a child in less than...
So can you prove that Prophet Muhammad did not marry Aisha as a child at the age of 6? Can you prove that? Listen to the answer.
60 seconds.
Yeah, sure. They made the marriage contract at 6 and consummate the marriage at 9.
If you stop there, that means he married a child. The guy asked you, can you prove? You just affirmed his question. You said, yes, sure. But then you just proved to his question that, yes, Prophet Muhammad married her as a child. Imagine me saying that a 40-year-old woman is a child, or a 50-year-old woman is a child. It doesn't make sense, right? What made you think it doesn't make sense? Because of the number, right? Thank you. How do I classify a 9-year-old woman? Oh my God, these people are married. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no amount of explanation is needed to say 9-year-old woman. Shit.
I would be like a pedophile is somebody who is interested in.
The guy didn't ask you whether Prophet Muhammad is a pedophile. That's not the question. YouTube is hanging. Guys, is YouTube moving? I was told YouTube is hanging. Is there any problem with YouTube? No, YouTube is working. YouTube is working, right? There's no problem with YouTube. Guys, if you are on YouTube, kindly comment. Let me see so I can see. I don't know. The comment is not showing here. Those on YouTube, are you there? Okay, yeah, YouTube is okay. YouTube is working fine. I can see the comment now. Yeah, YouTube is working. Yes. So, yeah, it might be on your side. It might be your network. YouTube is good, right? YouTube is working well. For those on Twitch, TikTok, and then Facebook. Facebook is also working well, right? Yeah. Okay. So now, there is no amount of explanation you can give to say 9-year-old woman. No. No. If you say 50-year-old woman, everybody can know you are talking about a matured woman, an old woman, because you mentioned the word 50. The moment you say 6 years, 9 years, it is based on the age. You determine the age of the person. It doesn't matter what explanation you have to give. That is a child. I don't understand when these mushriks try themselves. They will try to say, in UK, in the year 19 this, the average marriage age is 12 years, and so what are you trying to justify? What kind of foolishness is this? What are you trying to justify in the name of God? You can't justify this nonsense from the book of God. Nowhere can you justify this nonsense in the book of God. It doesn't exist. Yeah, 75-year-old child. Yeah, thank you, Atlas. Imagine saying 75-year-old child. I swear to God, every child standing in front of you would think you are not okay. You are a bozo. 50-year-old child. Just imagine saying that. 50-year-old child. And these people are supposed to be taken seriously in the community. Can't you check these people's level of IQ before even making them popular, for God's sake? Oh.
I would be like a pedophile is somebody who is interested in children. If that's the case, the Prophet ﷺ looked at Aisha, and Aisha at the age of 6, she would have been more close to a child. Why did the Prophet, peace be upon him, wait 3 years for her to become adult and have adult features? If a
Oh my God. Oh my God, a heart attack. What is this? What is it trying to explain? Wallahi lazim, these are the enemies of the Prophet. These guys, the Ali Donuts, Muhammad Hibi, they are the enemies of the Prophet. Wallahi lazim. I'm not joking with you. Do you remember when Muhammad Hijab said, if you follow the Quran alone, you think being with kids is halal? Do you remember that? He says, if you follow the Quran alone, you become a pedophile. So indirectly, he's insulting the Prophet because the Prophet followed the Quran alone. The Prophet never followed any other book. Are you getting what I'm saying? Stop seeing these guys as part of you, that they are Muslim brothers. They are not your Muslim brothers, to be honest. I'm not joking with you. There's no way these guys are on the same. Listen to what God said in Quran chapter 6, verse 159. Inna allazina farraqu dinahum wa kanu shi'an lasta minhum fi shay'in. God says, indeed, those who are differentiated their religion and become sects, you are not with them in anything. I didn't say that. God said it. Wallahi, there is no way you should consider any Sunni, any Shia as part of you, Muslim. No. They are not with you in anything. I'm not saying it. God said it. Write it down. Quran chapter 6, verse 159. Stop considering them, whether they are your fathers, your brothers. They are not with you in the same religion. It is not the same. I'm not joking. They are something else. And this is why they show you the extreme hatred they have towards you. Why is it that if I choose my own salvation and I said I want to be Quran alone, I want to follow the book of God alone, why should a family member hate me for this, for God's sake? It's my personal choice. Just like you choose your own political. Guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Is it good now? I think that there's something just came up on my screen. I don't know. The point is, the devil is working so hard that, can you imagine when you choose to follow the guidance of God alone, the Quran, the book of God, you find a family member hating you, a cousin hating you, a close friend hating you. Already he is having a beef with you, not talking with you, just because you choose to follow the book of God. Why? It is my own salvation. Just as you choose your own political party, you choose your own football team that you love, you choose their own favorite color that you like. I chose to serve God and follow the book of God. Why should you hate me? What kind of foolishness is this? You see people hating their own sister, their own brother, their own uncle, just because he said, I want to stick with the book of God. Why should my personal decision and choice become your problem? Like, seriously. Friends cutting you off, stop talking to you as if you committed a murder, as if you raped somebody, as if you stole the bank, the whole money of the world. But that same brother, that same sister you have, that same mother you have, that same father you have is a good friend to a Christian who worships Jesus, 3-in-1 shampoo and 3-in-1 Nescafe. Can you imagine this madness of how this indoctrination of these sectarian garbage books have made them? The monsters they've become. The monsters they've become. Are you getting the point? Yes. People saying no sound, you are commenting late because now the sound is working. Facebook is working. All the other parts are working, right? So take your time. There was a delay on that side. It's working. Yeah, Salam, the boss Amadu, I see you. It doesn't make sense. Your husband will hate you, your wife will hate you just because you chose to follow the book of God. But when you decide to smoke cigarettes, nobody hates you. When you decide to drink beer, nobody hates you. I'm serious. Sound dropped again. The sound dropped. The sound is good, right? I just checked from my side. The sound is working very well. I know. For those, some of you, your YouTube delayed. Some of you watching, the YouTube you have delayed. That's why. The sound is good. It's good. Right? You see the same family members who are hating you. That same family member is hating you because you are following the Quran as your book of guidance, right? But that same family member is a good friend to a Christian who is worshiping 3-in-1 shampoo and 3-in-1 Nescafe. Can you imagine? And they are good friends with the Christian or the pagan. But they hate you because you said the book of God is sufficient. This is mind-boggling. The devil is waking up to something. Seriously. You see, let's continue.
Pedophile is interested in pubescent girls. He wants those features in that girl. He waited 3 years for her to have adult features.
Are you kidding me? If he married her at 6 years old, he waited 3 years for her to have adult features. What is wrong with your brain, Ali Donut? He waited 3 years from 6 years for her to have adult features. Oh my God, my God. Hey, why? Oh my God. Oh my God, my God, my God, my God. Hey. Hey, my God, my God, my God. Hey. It's not hot here, but I'm feeling hot. I don't know why. It's not hot in here, but I'm feeling hot. I don't know. Am I sweating? I don't know. Hey! Let me drink some water. He married a 6-year-old girl. He waited for her to have adult features at the age of 9. My daughter is 10 years. Okay, let's not talk about my daughter. For people who even have daughters at 18 years, your daughters are still immature because they need to learn a lot of things. I'm serious. These foolish bozos consider just when a lady starts having small breasts, that means that is maturity. Oh my God. Who born these people by mistake? Who born them by mistake? Who? What kind of upbringing did these bozos have?
Number one. Number two, none of his enemies in the Quraysh use this against him. This is something new that...
What kind of foolishness is this? So if no enemy used it against him, does that justify this foolishness, madness? Must the enemy say something before you think you are a fool? No, seriously. Excuse me. Seriously. If your enemy never teased you, that means if you have dressed badly, so that means the dressing is good just because your enemy didn't laugh at you. What kind of excuse is that? What kind of excuse is this? Number two, because the enemies didn't accuse him. Oh my God.
In the 1900s by Orientalists. If you look at the dynamics between their relationship, you can't lie about love. Look how Aisha and Anha was so jealous. They would drink from a...
What love? Look, we have women at their age of 20 and 22. They don't even understand what love is. You are talking about a CCSO girl having love with somebody who is above his 40s and 50s. What love? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Instead of migraine in my head, I'm having brain migraine. Hassan Khan, you just made a good statement. If they are claiming the enemies never accused him, yes, because it never happened. There's no way your enemies will not use that against you. If right now Baba Shuaib poops in his pants, my enemies will use it against me. If they didn't see it, it means it never existed. That is why they cannot use it against me. Yes, that is the logic. Thank you, Hassan Khan, thank you. That's the point.
Same cup. When he died, you could see that she would there for him. She mourned his death. So the question is this: when you look at the psychology of love and romance, she was so jealous. When the Prophet peace be upon him married another woman, she was so angry she smashed the plate. So one second, you can't fake that. If a woman's not jealous with you or doesn't love you, she will never do those actions of racing with you, drinking from the same cup, being so jealous.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah. Whose husband is this? This guy. Hey. Oh my God. Whose husband is this guy? We need a serious talk with his wife. I'm not joking. This guy, we don't need to send him back to talk to his wife. Like, seriously. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the hell is wrong with these guys? Hey! We need to save these guys. If he has kids and wife, we need to save them. I'm serious. This is emergency. We need to save them from this guy. Seriously. Oh my God. Wow. Hey! I just wished UK was America and Donald Trump was the president. I just wish. Guys, I'm not saying this for no reason. I'm saying it for a reason. Imagine UK being America and Donald Trump was the president and these Dawah bros on the streets. Guys, you just picture what I'm saying. I'm not a fan of Trump, but I'm serious. Imagine Trump was the president of UK and these Dawah bros on the streets preaching this nonsense. I swear to God, this Muhammad Hibijibis and Ali Donuts will have been in Africa by now. I'm not joking. What kind of nonsense is this?
You got married again, that's got so angry. That shows genuine love. It shows that he did not marry a child, she was an adult, and at that time, the age was completely different. So in a
How? Oh my God. He said the prophet married an adult at 9 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please, how does the world work, for God's sake? An adult at 9 years. Then we can probably have an adult at 50, a child at 50 years. That is the logic of a mushrik. If we can have an adult at 9 years, then in the mushrik ideology, we can have a child at 50 years. Hey! So, hey, evidentially, 9 years in the 7th century is 30 years adult. Wow. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I thought this time rather kids grow faster. This generation, kids grow faster based on the food type of foods we eat. Right? But my 10 years daughter is still a child. The last time I checked, there is no way even a 15 years child will become an adult. No. 15 years child does not become an adult. No. Oh my God. These people are married. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, please assess the people you give your children hand in marriage to. Please. If you're watching me, you have kids, make it a schedule, a program, that if you want to give your children hands in marriage, whether they become adults at the age of 20, 30, please examine those you are marrying your kids to. Examine them, the brain. If you want, take them to MRI. Let them check the brain. Seriously. Because we have a pandemic here. Oh, I'm serious. We have a pandemic. This is a pandemic. This is an indoctrination pandemic. When you have people who are famous today and having this mindset, it is a dangerous thing. Imagine how much fools are following this guy who has about 1.3 million subscribers on YouTube. Just imagine the list of fools following him. Yes, say it again. Celestial, is it what? Soul. Say it again. Our kids are 14, 15, 16. They cannot even make correct decision between clothes and even their parts, sanitary parts, or to go and shower and things. And you're calling them adults. What these guys. These guys they are lucky. I don't have Suleiman's kingdom this today. Wallahi. If I had Suleiman's kingdom, not the Bible version Suleiman, no, I don't need 700 wives and concubines. No, I don't need that, because I'll be dead by the time I finish my assignment. I'm dead. I don't need that one. I'm talking about the Suleiman of the Quran. There's no 700, there's no 300 concubines. No sane human being will do that. Anyways, imagine me having the genes, the beds, and everything serving me. Wallahi. These Ali Donuts, Muhammad Hibijibis, who have been cleared from UK long time ago, they will not be online. I'm serious. I'm not joking with you. The way I will send the genes to give them dirty slaps. Wallahi. This video, even if it is pre-recorded, I'll make sure the gene will rewind it to make it live. The slaps. Allah, these mushriks. You are lucky you are in UK. That is where you can say these stupid things for free. You go and end up in Donald Trump's country and say this nonsense. You go back to your African country the next day.
Aisha, I would use that main argument.
Drop in the comments. Do you agree or are you wrong and do you disagree?
Hey, Allah, these mushriks, I just don't understand how their brain works. Because if I say their brain is from Temu has some good products. You know, Temu, I don't like using the brain from Temu because Temu, yes, some things are good from Temu, you know. But which shop? Which shop can I even, their name, like their brains? I don't know where it's coming from. Like, let's listen to another bozo. Listen to this other bozo.
The scholars of Ahlul Sunnah, they are the guardians of Allah upon the earth. Ahlul Sunnah, Ahlul Athar, they are Athariyun, people of narrations. عليك بآثار السلف وإن رفضك الناس, as Al-Awza'i rahimahullah said from the Imams of Sham. Be with the narrations of the Salaf, even if people were to abandon you. We're going to stick with the narrations. Because you bring your opinion, we bring your narrations. Because with the narrations, it will expel the false opinion that you have. And not all opinions are praised. Some are dispraised. And many are dispraised. So be with Hadith and his people. For opinion is night while Hadith is day. And it may be a youth can't see the path of guidance while the sun is shining in its splendor. So be with Hadith and his people. Ahlul Sunnah. Wallahi, that's where salvation is. And that's where you'll find happiness. And that's where you'll find rectification. That's where you'll find Al-Khayriyah, is with the strangers. The people who rectify what the people have corrupted. Those who rectify what the people have corrupted. They rectify themselves and others.
God have mercy upon us.
Hey, guys, forgive me. I don't see these guys, I don't take them serious. I see them as comedians. Comedians, yeah. For people who have watched my videos 8 years ago, 7 years, 8 years ago, you see me talking with passion, seriousness, aggression, harshness. Yeah, because at that time they got on my nerves. But now when you see me watching them, I don't feel like I'm watching sane people. No, that's not what I feel when I watch the sectarians talking. I don't see sane people talking. Yeah. So that's why you see me laughing at what they say. I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at what they say. There is no way a right-sounded person will agree with the things these guys say. No. Now listen to this statement of this bozo. Listen to what he has to say.
The scholars of Ahlul Sunnah, they are the guardians of Allah upon the earth.
He says the scholars of Ahlul Sunnah are the guardians of God on earth. The scholars of the mushriks are the guardians of God on earth. Is God aware of a Sunni religion? Is he aware of a Sunni religion? Because the last time I checked, God said this in Quran chapter 49 verse 16. Listen what God said. In Quran chapter 49 verse 16, God says, Kul atu'allimun Allah bidinikum wallahu ya'lamu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. Then he says, Wallahu bikulli shay'in alim. So God says, say, are you teaching God about your religion while he knows whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on earth? And God is aware of all things. Are you the one teaching God your religion? Really? The statement this bozo just sat down and said, where do you find it in the book of God? Where did God say the scholars of Sunni, the Sunni scholars are the guardians of God on earth? Where? Where? When I call these bozos mushriks, you cannot fathom what I'm saying.
Ahlul Sunnah, Ahlul Athar, they are Athariyun.
They are athariyun, people of what?
Narrations.
Thank you. Thank you. People of narrations of garbage books, the Kutubus Sitta, Sahih al-Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Jamia Tirmidhi, Sunan ibn an-Nasai, ibn Dawood, and which one? Ibn Majah. Six books, Kutubus Sitta. Scholars of narrations. Yes, narrations. Out of which you get, they say the Prophet married a 6-year-old girl. Those are the scholars. And then they say she played with dolls. Sahih al-Bukhari, 6,130. Playing with dolls. Yes, scholars. Those are the scholars. The comedians.
عليك بآثار السلف وإن رفضك الناس, as Al-Awza'i rahimahullah said from the Imams of Sham. Be with the narrations of the Salaf even if people were to abandon you.
Thank you. So be with the narrations of the Salaf. Yeah, the narrations they've given you, the hibby-jibby narrations, be with them, even if people will abandon you. This is the mushrik ideology, the Sunnis.
Stick with the narrations. Because you bring your opinion, we bring your narrations.
Really? But we don't bring opinion. We bring the Quran, you still bring narrations. This is what they do. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. We bring the Quran and they bring what? When we bring the Quran, what do they bring to us? We bring the Quran and they bring narrations. Yeah. This is what they do. You bring the Quranic verse and they bring narrations. That's all they bring. Nothing again.
Because with the narrations, it will expel the false opinion that you have. And
we still bring the Quran. You still bring narrations to push the verse of God away. We are bringing the truth. You still want to present Hadith books to present your argument. That's what you do, the mushriks. Okay.
not all opinions are praised. Some are dispraised, and many are dispraised. So be with Hadith and his people.
Oh, so be with Hadith and his people, right? Be with Hadith. These are how the mushriks are born. That's a mushrik ideology. That's how it starts, right? Mm-hmm. When you look at him from the face, what do you see? You see a terrorist, right? You look at them, usually. You see the eyes they talk with. You see their appearance, the way they present themselves. When you look at them, what do you see? You don't see a bank worker there, right?
For opinion is night while hadith is day.
Okay. So to them, Quran is opinion. So Quran is night, while hadith is day. So hadith will give you light, right? Okay.
And it may be a youth can't see the path of guidance while the sun is shining.
The path of guidance is the Quran. God clearly says this. Shahru Ramadan allazi unzila fihi al-Quran hudan lin-nas. The Quran contains the guidance. Quran chapter 2 verse 2, it says, Zalika al-kitabu la rayba fihi hudan lil-muttaqin. That is the book wherein there is no doubt as guidance for the pious. The Quran is the guidance. Quran chapter 45 verse 11, God says, Haza hudan. He says, this is guidance. But you people don't see it because you are mushriks. You just keep propagating nonsensical books to the people and you think that is salvation, that is guidance.
In its splendor. So be with Hadith and his people. Ahl Sunnah.
Oh, yeah. Alim mushriks.
Wallahi, that's where salvation is. And that's where you'll find happiness.
Tell me if this guy is not drunk. Does he look happy? No, look at him talking. Does he look happy? He says you are going to find happiness in the garbage books of Ahl Sunnah. That is where they think happiness can be found. Does he look happy to you? Do their women look happy? You tell me if there's any Sunni woman out there who is happy. You tell me for a fact. If there's any Sunni woman out there who is happy. You find happiness with these bozos? Okay, good luck. Go ahead.
And that's where you find rectification. That's where you find al-khayriyah, is with the strangers, the people
Hey.
who rectify what the people have corrupted. Those who rectify what the people have corrupted. They rectify themselves and others.
Hey. Oh Allah, this mushriks, Allah wise, but
God have mercy upon us.
oh my God. These mushriks is just amazing. They are just amazing. Let's deal with the last video, right?
A huge issue that's starting to happen on social media is people are starting to reject all scholarly interpretations and making up their own to suit their own desire, which the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ warned us about. First off, it's an extremely ignorant thing to do, because who are you to be rejecting all scholarly interpretation? Mind you, these scholars dedicated their whole life to studying Islam, and you're out here rejecting it just because you feel like it. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that Allah withholds knowledge by taking the souls of scholars, meaning that they hold the knowledge, and it's very important to find the right scholars. In the same hadith, he says that people will start making up their own judgment based off zero knowledge, and that it will cause people to go astray, which is exactly what's happening on TikTok. You got people who don't even cover their aura properly, making up their own interpretations and just rejecting scholars who've dedicated their whole life to.
Quran chapter 17 verse 36 is وَلَا تَخْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِعِلْمٍ. Do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَٰئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. Indeed, the hearing, the eyesight, and the mind, all those who will be accountable thereof. So what this guy is saying is nonsensical. We are not saying you should reject all scholarly opinion or interpretation. Sometimes you need to listen to learned men give their point of view. Then you extract knowledge from what they say, and then you take guidance from the words of God, not from the words of the person's opinion. So what happens is, because a knowledgeable person might have come across what you are now studying, so you need to listen to his point of view first. It doesn't mean he has the ultimate say. So you listen to his point of view in order to know that, okay, before you had that thought, somebody has already had that thought. Then you assess that. But it doesn't mean it's binding on your neck. So when we appear on TikTok and we make videos, we question the narrative and we give the people the chance to reflect over the nonsensical things the scholars have presented. It doesn't mean we are just passing things around and we don't know what we are doing. I'm not speaking for everybody, but most of the times you guys just go randomly. You don't come to the learned people to face them. You only go and cherry pick and look for somebody who is now upcoming, making a content, and then you go and use his opinion, and then you think that is the main argument we have on the board. That's not the point, right? So where were you when all the guys like you, when we are looking for you to have dialogues and debate with you, we don't find you guys. You are hiding somewhere, right? So yeah, you come, you present yourself, then we can have a better argument to talk about, instead of just making a tag and say the issue with scholar rejectors. Now it's not even Hadith rejector, it's not Quran rejector, it is scholar rejectors. Hey, scholar rejectors. Where is this one also coming from? Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, let me put up the invitation. If you want to join as a guest, I have the invitation. Let me put it on the comment section. If you want to join as a guest, here is the link to join as a guest. To join as a guest, that's the link. YouTube and Twitch, you can see it. For Facebook, I don't know, it doesn't appear on the Facebook. For those on TikTok, I don't know. If you can click on it, let me see if I can get it to be appeared. Yeah, so that's the link. You can call And you can join as a guest. You can call. If you have the correctional officer number, you can call on the live stream and bring up your questions. It's a question and answer Q&A session now. So I can spare some, let's say 30 minutes to 1 hour for question and answer session. So that is the number here. Correctional officer number, you can call via WhatsApp, right? Call via WhatsApp. I don't want to leave it on the page because TikTok doesn't allow that, right? So I don't want to leave it on. They might restrict my live page when it stays up for long. So that's the correctional officer number. And that is the invitation link. If you want to join as a guest, you're welcome, right? So let me see. There, we have a guest. Yeah, salam, brother.
Salam, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, first of all, peace be upon you, Baba. I had a question regarding some clarification about the Quran.
Sure. Just a second. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from India right now.
Huh?
I'm calling from India.
Okay, from India. No problem. Okay, what's the question?
So there is this verse in the Quran that says that tell the believing Jews, Christians, and Sabians that their good deeds will be, rewarded. If they do good deeds, they will go to heaven. They will have gardens beneath, with rivers and all of that, right? So it says that these believing people will go to heaven. But then in other parts of the Quran, Allah says that even no matter how many good deeds you do, if you die as a disbeliever, then your deeds are worthless. So can you tell me how we differentiate between these two? Like, how do we understand these two things?
Okay. So first of all, the first question you ask has to do with Quran chapter 2, verse 62. It talks about those who believe, that is the believers, the Jews, the Christians, the Sabians, and so on. Whoever believes in God and the last day and act righteous, they will not fear nor grieve, right? So this verse doesn't talk about disbelievers.
But then, when in this context, the Jews and the Christians are those people who have taken their lords as, partners with God, and then they have attributed falsehood to God by what they say about Jesus. So isn't this like shirk?
Not all of them. Check the context in the verse we are talking about. Quran chapter 2, verse 62. God says, indeed, those, let me put it on the screen. Can you see my screen? I'm going to put the verse on the screen. Just a second. So here, and then I share the screen. Yeah, you can see the screen now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the verse on the screen. Now listen to what God says in this verse. It says, indeed, those who have believed, or those who believe, and those who are Jewish, the Christians, as well as the Sabians. Then he's going to tell you the criteria of this type of believers he mentioned in the list. If this Jewish person believes in Allah, that is the Allah according to chapter 112. That is Surah Al-Ikhlas. You know of that chapter, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now that Allah that the Quran is talking about, it is the Allah that is the one God, the everlasting God. He did not beget, nor was he begotten, and he doesn't have anyone equal to him. So if you have somebody who is a Jew, who is a Christian, who is a Sabian, then he believes this God, this concept of Allah. Because we have Christians who don't believe Jesus is the Son of God. We have Christians who don't believe Jesus is God. They are that type of Christians. You will find them. They are available, right? We have different types of Christians. They are normally in the minority. Just as the ones who follow the Quran today, people say we are in the minority. Similarly, you find such Christians. So now then God is saying, those who are Jewish, so you have a Jew who also believe in the right concept of God. Right? So who believe in the Allah and the last day, the day of judgment. They believe that there is a day of judgment. Then and act righteous according to the way God has stipulated for us. Then God says that they will have their reward at their Lord. and there will be no fear upon them, nor will they grieve. This verse, do you see it talking about disbelievers? Do you see kafir in the verse?
No.
Thank you. So now the other question you are asking is pertaining to the kafirs. So even among the Jews, we have kafirs, we have mushriks. Even among Christians, there's kafirs and there's mushriks. So I'm going to give you an example among the people of the book. Check Quran chapter 5, verse 78. I'm going to put it on the screen. Look what just happened in this verse. God says, "Cursed are those who disbelieve among the children of Israel by the tongue of David and Jesus, the son of Mary. That was because they disobeyed and were trespassing." Does it mean David and Jesus, did they curse all the children of Israel?
No.
Thank you. So not all of them. So among the children of Israel, that is where you have Christians. Among the children of Israel, you have the Jews. So some of them are actually disbelievers. Yes. So when we talk about chapter 2, verse 62, it doesn't mean it's talking about disbelievers. No. It's talking about a concept of people who come from certain denominations, but they believe in God in the right concept. Those are secured. They are safe on the day of judgment. That is what the verses are talking about.
Okay.
You get the point?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any more question?
I have one more question actually. So,
Okay.
there is this friend of mine who has somewhat like I'm trying to explain the concepts of, what God is, how God works, how this life is, and what is the purpose and all of that. And he somewhat accepts that, this is very logical, it makes sense. But then what he's saying is that he doesn't feel like he wants to read the Quran just because he didn't grow up in the culture where religion is important. But then when I explain like parts, concepts about the religion,
Jello, I'll call you back. Sorry. I'm on online, please. Whoever is calling, you wait. Let me finish with this caller. Yeah, I can listen to you. I'm hearing.
so would he still be considered a disbeliever because he's not willing to read the book of God, even though he accepts the concepts of how God is and what God is, but he doesn't want to find the complete knowledge in the book. And he is also doing all the righteous work, not doing anything wrong, staying away from whatever God has prohibited, but he has not read it to confirm it. Will he still be considered as a person who would fail in this life?
You said he doesn't want to read the book.
Yeah.
That means he's rejecting the book.
But then when I explain the concepts, he accepts the concepts. He says, yeah, it makes sense. This is logical. This is correct. And I believe in this to be true. So, like,
Okay, so if he's not a reader, if he doesn't know how to read or cannot read, then if he agrees with the things you are saying, because according to Quran chapter 39, verse 18, God says, "Those who listen to the word and follow the best of it thereof, those are the ones whom God has guided, and those are the ones who possess intelligence." So if he can listen to the word and he agrees, fine, that's good. But reading, not everybody has the potential to sit down and read a book. But if only he doesn't reject the book itself, fine, then that's good. But if he says I reject the book, then there's a problem. If he says I cannot read the book, fine. But as long as he accepts what is coming from the book, that's good. That's a good thing.
okay, that's what
Yeah.
I wanted to know,
Yeah.
because he says that he doesn't feel like reading the book, but then when I explain to him anything from the book, he says, yeah, it is true. I understand and I accept.
Yeah. Don't rush
The
him. Give
necessity
him
to. Mhm.
don't rush him. Give him time. People's mindset change with time, right? People might not like something at the beginning, but the mind changes. One day he'll just be in the room and he'll just take the book and start reading. It is just a matter of time. You give people time, and faith is not supposed to be forced on people. You give people the chance. They at the right time, they themselves will go for it.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Baba. These two were my only questions.
You're welcome, my dear brother. Thank you. Stay tuned. Keep on watching. Peace.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I call this caller back, the one who just tried calling me. Let me call him back. Okay. It seems like we didn't get that caller. Yeah. Yeah, so you can also type your questions and I will attend to the question in the comment section. Yeah, I will attend to the questions. If you are in the comment section, kindly put up a question also. I'll read your question. And for those on TikTok as well, yes, I'll check up your questions. If you have any question, you're welcome to the question session. Earlier on in the day, I had a headache, and I, thanks to God, I recovered from that headache. I nearly was thinking if I will cancel this program and then reschedule for tomorrow. But thanks to God, I feel better, and the lightning is not also disturbing my eyes. Yeah, exactly. He just called me just 1 minute later. I call him back, and that's it. The phone is gone. It's strange how some people can just call you right now and then the phone, they are away from the phone. And it normally happens. I don't know why it happens usually. People will just call you right now. We call it a mobile phone. Like, this is a mobile phone. We call it a mobile phone for a reason. You move around with it. People will just call you within the space of 1 minute and you call them back, and 10 times. If you like, call them 10 times. You don't get them. It's strange. Yes, I see you, all of you. I see Tony HD, Propagator, Akil, Kat, all those who are joining on TikTok. I can see all of you. Peace to you all. Thank you all for coming. The boss Amadou says, bro, we need Hausa program. Why? I like doing English programs because universally that is a world language, right? That's the #1 most dominated language in the world. And besides, Ghana's official language is English. So that is why I like to do in English. Yeah, Salam, can you hear me? Are you listening to me on another platform?
Watching you live on YouTube.
Can you pause it? Pause that one. Pause it.
Yes. Should I pause that one?
You can pause it, yes.
You said I should pause it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did. I can hear you now.
Yes. So you called me and I called you back, but you didn't pick up.
Yes. My phone was on silent. I realized. So I just saw your missed call.
Okay. So how is it?
Yes, I'm watching you on live. Are you behind on the live or?
No, sometimes it depends the internet you are using, or sometimes it depends from where you are watching. It can be a bit behind.
I'm watching from Gambia, actually. I'm in Gambia.
Yeah. So that means the internet will be a bit backwards because I'm using 5G network. If you're using 4G, it can be a bit late.
So maybe I'm behind then.
Yes, you're behind.
Okay, Baba, it's your brother Amadou from Denmark. Maybe you remember me.
Okay, sure. I have a lot of people to remember. I don't forget people though. But
yes, we spoke. I live in Denmark. I actually just came home from Ghana.
Really? From Ghana?
Yeah, I was there. I was around the Syntax area. I went there with my wife for a little trip. So we
nice.
Yesterday, actually.
Nice. You were in Ghana for how long?
I was there for 5-6 days.
5-6 days. Okay. I was there last month. Last month I was in Ghana.
Last month, December.
Yeah, December. I was there for 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I hope you had a good time.
It was a busy time for me. I did have good time meeting people, but I didn't have good time to rest.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Baba. So I have a question for you or two, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Sure.
Yes. I actually started following you. I come from a Sunni family with the 5 daily prayer and everything, like you mentioned it, So I came across you through Mommy Grace channel sometime last year.
Yeah.
And I started following you, and you started making, a lot of sense. And through following you, other channels also pop up, that do the same job or similar job as you, and I listen to them also.
Yeah.
So when I listened to you, I was convinced about, dropping some of the salats from the 5 because it was too many, and dropping some of the habits, Sunni habits, and just focus on the Quran and what it says. So I've been doing some digging myself and stuff. But sometimes I come across verses that I understand a little differently than you say them, So I've been trying to catch you on a live so I can put, a question or two to you. And today I was lucky to have you here.
Thanks to God. It's good you find me on live. I think this is my second stream this year, live stream, ever since I came back from Ghana. This is my second live stream. So I've been away online for a while, for almost a month. I didn't do a live stream. But this year, God willing, I'm full force going to be doing my stream, regularly. Yeah.
Okay, Baba. So I'm still on the, searching mission to, find, the best version of, which I can follow, to, worship my God and do it the right way. So I have this question about the salat because sometimes I get a little bit confused, confused. So there's this verse that says, I think it's, I have a screenshot here, not the surah name, but when I read it, maybe you will know. It says, O children of Adam, take your adornment at every masjid and eat and drink, but not excessive. Indeed, he does not like those who commit excess.
Chapter 7, verse 31.
Yes. So my question here is, the masjid is supposed to be a place of prayer, according to you, right?
Yeah, place of submission, place of prayer, place of devotion. Yeah.
Yes, and the adornment, is that not like jewelry and stuff like that?
You're dressing. Anything you dress is an adornment. If I dress like this, I have my jewelry and I dress up, it's adornment. I adorn myself with clothing. You adorn yourself to beautify yourself. That is adornment.
Okay, so that can be taken along to the masjid to pray.
Yeah, this is where the concept started. That is why when you see traditionally, you see people dressed nicely when they are going for an event at the masjid. That's where the concept started, but it changed by time. It became like a cultured thing, right? So it's allowed for you. Nowhere did God say wearing necklace is haram. As a matter of fact, necklace is not haram. Wearing a jewelry, a ring. You are from Gambia. Don't your shuyuks, the shuyuks who are there, don't they wear rings and so on?
Yeah, they do.
So the concept of saying something
but
is
I
haram.
never see any of them wear a necklace or anything to the masjid.
You don't worry about that. The necklace issue, some scholars wear it. Like if you find the Tijaniya scholars, they do wear a necklace with Sheikh Ibrahim or something on it. They wear it. You understand? But
I had someone say that is because the masjid is not a place of physical prayer, but it's a place where a salat is performed, like the salat where, like talking to people, preaching, telling people about the book of the Lord, like
it goes
to follow the book and live life according to the book, but not like physical prayer.
It goes all around. If you take Quran chapter 10, verse 87, when God was speaking to Moses and Aaron, he told them to render their houses as a Qibla. When we say Qibla, it's a place, a station where you are, where you establish the salat. So God asked Moses and his brother to take their homes, their houses as a Qibla and establish the salat there. Right? So which Qibla was given to Prophet Muhammad? Is it not the Masjid al-Haram?
So does that mean that people were also coming to Moses and Aaron's house to pray with them?
Yes.
Physical prayer?
Yes. I said, which house, which Qibla was given to Prophet Muhammad?
The Qibla, was it not Masjid al-Haram?
Thank you. Thank you. And what is a masjid?
Yes, a masjid can be understood by some as a building where you can go and perform prayer.
No, simplify. No, simplify it.
As a place where the Prophet performed his salat, meaning preaching to the people.
Wait, in a simple form, it's a place of worship. When we say place of worship, because in some instances the word sujud or masjid can be sujud can be an act of worship.
Okay.
Are you getting the point?
Okay. And my second question actually has to do with the sujud.
Okay.
Yes. So if I can go to that, let me have a screenshot of that one too.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. And it says, and when you are among them and lead them in prayer, let a group of them stand with you and let them take their arms. And when they have prostrated, let them be behind you. And let another group come forward who have not prayed and let them pray with you.
Yes.
So my question here is, and let a group of them stand with you and let them take their arms. No, my question has to do with this one from here. And when they have prostrated, let them be behind you. So these people who prostrated, you know, if the Prophet was performing, can I understand this verse as if the Prophet, he was performing salat, like physical prayer or what?
It's physical. Whatever was defined there is a physical act.
So he was performing physical prayer like we know it today, where the Imam is standing in front of the people.
It's physical. Salat didn't start with Prophet Muhammad. Remember that. Salat was already there.
Yes, I know that.
Thank you. It was already there.
What I want to understand is that whether the Prophet was in this case performing physical prayer and he was acting as an Imam for these people, or
exactly. He was an Imam. That's why
God. In this case, it just sounds to me that the people he was leading in prayer were actually in front of him and not behind him.
No, they were not in front of him. So check the verse.
But then the verse says, and when they have prostrated,
yes,
let them be behind you.
Yes, behind. Listen.
They will move to go behind the Prophet.
Listen.
Meaning before they prostrated, they were in front of the Prophet.
That is your assumption now.
Okay.
Thank you. So now behind you, is it plural form or singular form?
Behind you is singular, behind the Prophet.
It is not singular. So you see where the problem is now.
Okay.
The wara min waraikum is a plural form. He's talking to the believers and the Prophet himself because it's two groups. So the ones he's telling, let them be behind you, it means that other group he's standing to pray with. The other ones with the weapon will go behind them. It's a plural form. It's not singular.
So when the verse started by saying, and when you are among them, is the you there also plural?
No, you is talking to the Prophet because he is the leader. Your leader is the one to lead the salat. So he is the one establishing the salat for you because he is your leader.
But that is where my confusion is, because when I read that first sentence, and when you, the Prophet, are among them and lead them in prayer, let a group of them stand with you and let them take their arms. And when they have prostrated, let be behind you, the Prophet, and let another group come forward who have not prayed and let them pray with you, the Prophet. This is how I understand it.
What is difficult there to understand? Now bring your point where it's difficult to understand. So I show you the verse.
So what is So what is difficult for me is that it is saying, and when they have prostrated,
relax.
Yes.
Don't explain anything. When you ask me your question, don't explain anything. Just ask me your question and stop there. Where is your confusion at?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain.
No, don't explain.
My confusion is...
Listen, don't explain your confusion. Just tell me the part where you're confused.
Yes, the part where I'm confused is where it says, and when they have prostrated, meaning they have performed an act of prostration.
I said, don't explain, my brother. Don't explain. Just tell me the part you're confused. There's something I want to do. If
yes,
you
my confusion is they were in front of the prophet before they prostrated, and when
I
said finished,
they
went behind the prophet.
Don't explain. You don't get what I'm saying. Let me help you out. The verse is speaking. Don't add your words. Don't add your own words. You are asking me a question to be enlightened. Don't explain anything. Just tell me the part you didn't understand. That's all I said. Don't put in front, behind, they were here. No. Read the verse where you don't understand. Only. MFG.
And when they have prostrated, let them be behind you.
Thank you.
The part I don't understand.
Thank you. That's the part you don't understand, right?
Yes.
Thank you. So it is two groups. Listen carefully. It is two groups he's going to give the salat, but one have to be guarding the first group. They have to take their weapons and guard and be on their guard because the disbelievers might attack them. So the other group who are standing, they are standing with their weapons guarding the first group who are praying with the prophet. So it is the first group who are with the prophet standing in prayer. So when that first group, they've done their routine of prostrating, it means that their salat is done. So they will now get up and go and stand as the other group were standing and guarding them behind them, will now go behind and also guard. Then the other ones will now come and do the same thing the other group did with the prophet.
So are you saying it's two groups?
Thank you. It is two groups. So let me read the verse so that you see how the two groups can be identified in the verse. Are you ready?
I can hear you.
Okay. So when you, the prophet, which is singular, are among them, then establish the salat for them. If you are among the believers, that is the context. It is among the believers. Because salat is for believers, not for disbelievers. It will take a fool to think the verse is talking about disbelievers. Disbelievers, salat is not for disbelievers. It's for believers. Quran chapter 4, verse 103, God says the salat is ordained for the believers. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you are among them, then establish the salat for them. And let a faction, listen here, faction. The word in Arabic is ta'ifa. This ta'ifatun means one group.
Faction. Okay. So a faction means it is divided into two. Can it mean multiple groups?
A faction, the moment you have, this verse gives you two groups only. It doesn't give you 3 or 4. It's only say faction, meaning you have 100 people, and I say, give me a faction. I can take 50 people first. Then I use 50 people again.
Yeah.
You understand? So now let the verse be clear here. So this is what the verse says. And let a faction of them stand with you. So he is the leader. So they will stand with him. They are not, don't put the word in front of him. Because he is the leader. I give an example. If you are in the bus with a driver, are you going to be in his front or you are behind? For example, if you are in the bus and the bus driver is leading you, listen carefully, he is leading you. Are you going to be in front of him or you are behind him?
When I read the verse, I understand it to be...
No. I'm not talking...
Sorry, I mean in front.
Answer my question. I didn't say about the verse. I'm giving you an example. Answer my question. I said when a bus driver is leading you, the moment somebody is leading you, are you going to be in front of the person or behind the person?
Yeah, it depends because it depends on the situation because somebody can be leading a group facing them.
You don't use the word lead and say the person is behind. Then the word lead is not correct to use there.
But the lead does not mean just to follow.
The word lead, that is where we got the word leader. So when we say somebody is leading, somebody is a leader. There's no way a leader have to be behind the moment you are talking in that sense. If you said a leader is leading, it means he is in front, not behind.
Okay, Baba, I will do further studies on that one. But what confuses me more is that then it says, and let another group come forward.
Yes,
who
because
have not prayed, and let them pray with you.
Yes, those are the ones holding the weapons and guarding the group, the first group. So they have to come forward. So you see, you yourself, you use the word forward. Let them come, meaning they were behind the main group. They were behind the main group who were doing the first salat. So those ones behind.
Okay, Baba, I know you are familiar with the Arabic language. The word salat, can it mean anything else than just physical prayer?
Yes, it can mean a lot of things.
Can it also mean like, preaching to the people?
No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean preaching.
Okay.
There's a preaching. Okay. We have wazi. We have mawiza. We have mawiza, like a preachment. We have
we have this popular one where it says that, I don't know, connection. Can it mean that? Two-way connection, something like that?
No. The appropriate word for connection will be salat in the Quran. Salat, or we can say wasal. Arabic. Look, let me show you something. The uniqueness of the Arabic language of the Quran, it gives you the diversity of words. So God knows the appropriate words to use for every concept. You understand? So if there is this word already existing in Arabic vocabulary for this, God doesn't bring it to replace this word. Unless if he wants to use something in a synonymous way, fine. But if we are talking about establishing the salat, it's a definite subject. It is not a subject, then we say it's definite, but let's change the meaning. No, it doesn't make sense anymore.
I've also heard you say that the word Akimus Salat, or I don't know, Akimus Salat is referring to the Prophet, but since he is our example, we are following his footsteps. We are doing what he did.
Yeah, when you say Akimi,
Akimi.
Yeah, Akimi. Akimi means he's talking to a second person pronoun, a single person. Akimi. When we say Akimu, Akimu, then it's in a plural form. So the Arabic letters words have the uniqueness of identifying the structure of the language, so that this is singular, this is plural, this is that, this is a verb, this is a noun. All this play a role. So when you take my version of translation, right? My version of translation is to aid the reader to identify the subject matters, whether it's singular, whether it's plural, whether it's a verb, whether it's a noun. That is what my translation is there to do for you. You get my point?
Okay. I get your point.
So in order to erase that concept of doubts, please, before you want to dive into subject matters in the Quran, or you be confused with issues in the Quran, try to pay attention to what the Arabic is saying first. Then you can delve into the translation. If you neglect the Arabic arrangement and you just want to stick to English, there will be a problem. That is when people will start bringing their opinions to confuse you.
But then are you telling me that I need to understand Arabic to be able to understand the Quran? I cannot rely on the translation and the lexicon and the how is it called? And what is it called? Encyclopedia or whatever.
I don't think you are following.
I cannot rely on that to understand the words of God.
You are not following my.
If I'm not an Arab.
You are not following my.
Or if I don't understand Arabic.
You are not following my advice. Nobody asked you to become an Arab. My brother, you speak English, right?
Okay.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Where did you learn English?
In school.
Thank you. Why did you learn English?
My parents took me there to school.
But why did you learn it?
My parents took me to school.
I didn't say who took you. I said, why did you learn it?
To be honest, at the start, I don't know why I was learning it. But as I grew, I understood that I would need English along the way.
Thank you.
My life.
Thank you. Thank you. So Quran is your salvation. And it's in Arabic language. If you want to delve deeper,
and let's say you mistrust the translator, but you want to delve in deeper to be able to see if the translator is lying to you or not, what are you supposed to do?
I believe that every Arabic word has a word in English. So I will look up the word and dig it up.
It doesn't work like that.
And see what it means, the multiple meanings.
My brother.
And if I see the multiple meanings, I'll put it into context in that particular verse, for example.
My brother.
And yes.
It doesn't work like that. Let me help you with this. It doesn't work like that. I'm based in Finland, right? I speak Finnish language.
Yes.
I don't speak perfectly, but I speak Finnish language. I've been here for 16 years, right? So I speak above average. So I'm like a, fluent speaker, but not extremely, fluent.
Yeah.
But let me give you an example. The Finnish language. If I give you a dictionary, if I give you a lexicon in Finnish language, and I give you one page of text, and I tell you, explain it with the lexicon, you can never get it right. Do you know why you can never get it right?
I mean, I understand that example because I also live in Denmark, so it's a similar, situation.
Thank you.
I have to go to Danish school also and learn the language.
Thank you. Thank you. And the advice. Thank you. The advice God gives you and I in Quran chapter 17 verse 36 is that don't follow what you don't know.
Yeah, that is the famous one.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it means don't just be blindly following a translator just because a translator has done a translation. Then you think, oh, it's 100% correct. No. But you need knowledge.
Yeah, Baba, not to cut you off, but you see this thing about salat prayer. When I came across you, you have took a big burden off my head. Definitely, you have made me realize what the truth really is. I come from Gambia, a typical Sunni family. I know people are blind out here. I know that for sure. I see my own family. They pray every day, 5 times a day, and I see their lifestyle. And I know really they don't understand the book of God, because for you to be able to live your life accordingly, you have to understand the Quran. You have to understand the Quran, because the way of life is written there, everything, what you should do, what you shouldn't, every example is given, you understand. But when it comes to this salat thing, I also cut mine down to 3 prayers, or actually 2 in the morning and in the late evening, and the night one when I wake up. Sometimes if I have time, I want to do it. But right now, I'm at a place where I actually suspect that this physical prayer thing, maybe it's not even necessary, like maybe God was talking about something else, not the physical prayer. And so I'm trying to find out exactly. I'm trying to do some digging to find out, and I hope that God gives me the life to be able to do my findings, and actually, come out with the best results so I can, be close to God as I want.
Okay. You're welcome. Do your efforts to investigate whatever you're doing. What my advice to you is don't follow anything blindly.
No. Right now, when I wake up in the morning, I thank God for life. When I go to bed, I thank Him for, giving me the opportunity to live through that day. I remember Him, like the zikr, the remembrance. I remember Him like every day.
Yes.
But my last question would be about the Ramadan. That is the Siyam.
Okay.
If you may permit me, that will be a short one. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yes, the Ramadan here is an annual thing. People fast 30 days or whatever in the month of Ramadan. They don't eat food during the day. And I've heard you say that the typical Sunnis are actually doing it wrong because they're eating at Maghrib,
Yeah.
but actually it should be, at nightfall they should eat first. And I actually read that verse myself in the Quran. It actually says nightfall in English. So I've not been into the lexicons, to find out what it means, but I've read different translations. I have like 3 or 4 of them. And I also have your PDF that you sent me. Personally, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I use it mostly when I travel in the plane, I use it to read the Quran. Thank you for that. But I also have somebody said that the fasting is not actually abstinence from food. It's actually a training, like you train the Quran, you learn the Quran to understand the Quran. You know what I mean? And when I look at my country, for example, I see a lot of people are blind here. They're just following this hadith. They're just following what their forefathers or their fathers are doing. They don't know nothing themselves. Right now, I'm able to recite some verses to you through when I came across you last summer up till now. I can say some random verses here and there. But my friends, they cannot even tell you 1 or 2 verses of the Quran. All they tell you is they said the Prophet said, they said the Prophet said, they said the Prophet said. And I find that very, very disheartening, very, very disappointing. As a Muslim, you call yourself a Muslim, you should at least do some findings. You should at least try to read the Quran and understand it. So don't you think that if we actually understood that verse to be saying to train the Quran in the month of Ramadan, to do the training rather than to abstain from food, like what would benefit mankind more? Would it be the training to understand the way of life, or the abstinence from food? Yeah, Baba, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No, Baba. Yeah, sorry, the electricity went off, so I have to switch from Wi-Fi to mobile data.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
so did you hear my question?
Yeah, I heard your question. Let me make it short and snappy, because I thought the question will be short. You're making it longer. Anyways, first of all, you use the word training. Where does the word training comes from in that verse?
Yes, but the word Siam, can it not mean training also?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't mean training. Who is translating? Okay. Who did the translation for you? Who is that?
No, it's not a translation. I've had somebody talk about it. Maybe I cannot remember the exact word they said, but it's a similar word to training,
So if I
learning the Quran, learning the Quran, practicing the Quran.
Let me show you the contradiction in the person's statement. So does that mean I cannot do the practice of the Quran any other month? I just wait for Ramadan to do the practice of the Quran?
Yes, you can, of course, but practicing of the Quran as it has been prescribed to the people before us, and it's also prescribed to us in the month of Ramadan, because that is the month where the Quran came down, from God.
And I said, you are asking me a question that can't we just say it is training with the Quran? What exactly is the question? Training what?
Training the way of life to understand it, because the Quran is broad. It's not a one-day thing.
There's nowhere God says that.
Okay.
Look, forget about what people tell you, their opinions. The Quran is not here to give you opinions. Quran chapter 10 verse 82, God says he will enforce the truth with his words, not somebody's words. Right? I'm very technical with words because I choose my words carefully and I make sure I stick in the parameters of the words of God. Don't let people be using their opinions and telling you, oh, what will God use my abstinence from? The abstinence is there for your own good. Quran chapter 2 verse 183 is telling you the Siyam has been prescribed for you so that you attain piousness. How do I attain piousness? Except through my work. The things that I follow from the teachings of the Quran, I have to exhibit those teachings into my life.
So you mean when we abstain from food from morning till dawn, we will attain taqwa?
But it's not about food. Who said food alone? Who said? Wait. You're asking me a question. Let me explain the point. We are talking about abstaining from food, drinks, and lust, meaning your sexual activities. Abstain from that.
Abstain from food and drink. And God is explaining to you the reasons why.
But where I come from, they go right back at it after the Ramadan.
Thank you. That is them. Stop using the people to judge the deen. The deen is from God. Don't use the people to judge the religion. Wait. Don't use.
I used to do that too. I used to do that too. But now that I've had the older version, that makes a little bit more sense to me right now. Maybe later, I'm still doing my findings. But if the people were training the book, learning about politics, learning about laws, learning about how to be honest, learning about not to lie, learning about being truthful, learning about being honest, not to be, hateful or stuff like that, maybe that will make the world a better place than just abstaining from food from like dawn to dusk or something.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Okay, is that an answer?
Or? Because it seems like you want to give your opinion. You are not listening to what I'm saying.
Baba, I'm still your fan. Don't misunderstand me. When I went to Ghana,
I said, forget about Ghana.
Right?
Oh, forget about Ghana.
I'm still your big fan.
No.
Okay.
Be the fan of God. That is what I want. Don't be my fan. No.
But I'm your supporter.
Okay, I appreciate. Listen, I appreciate that. Be the fan of God. That is what I want. Not my fan. If God
comes first. God comes first.
You listen.
God comes before.
Listen, let me talk, because if you keep talking, we keep long. I will not finish with you on time. I need to finish to go to the next caller. So you listen what I'm saying. Don't interrupt. What I want you to understand is Islam is not about your opinion. It's about the truth. It's not about my opinion. It's about what God says. Forget about what you think makes sense. Even an atheist can say, this makes sense to me. This doesn't make sense to me. Because opinion, at the end of the day, we are all entitled to our opinion. But the question is, what you are saying, is it the truth? If it is the truth, fine, let's deal with the truth. I don't care about opinions. If you come here to ask me a question, is it my opinion you're looking for? Thank you. So forget about you being my fan. I don't need that. You understand me? If I lose fans today, I lose nothing.
I just said that to make you understand. It's not like I'm against.
I understand. Oh, I never said you are against me. I understand you. What I'm saying is, you come to ask me a question to be enlightened. Forget about whatever somebody is doing somewhere. That's not why you came to me. You came to me so specifically you can be enlightened. Not about what somebody is doing. I don't give a damn what somebody is doing somewhere. What I care about is you knowing what God says. That is what is important to me. So if I'm talking and telling you, God says this or God says that, take it and go and examine it. Then you follow it. Forget about, I don't agree with what people are doing. I think this one makes sense. It's not about your opinion at the end of the day. It's about the truth. The truth is either to be taken, to be accepted or rejected. Quran chapter 18 verse 29. The truth is from your Lord. Whoever wills, let him believe. Whoever wills, let him disbelieve. God is never forcing anybody. So if God says do something, you don't want to do it, nobody is forcing you. Okay, I don't want to do this. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not doing it. Fine. Who is going to force you? Nobody. But to say that is not what God says. Okay, what does he say? Okay, somebody say he says train. Wait.
But aren't we supposed to, I don't know what the correct word is, but that verse that says,
and I said, wait, I'm making a point.
Supposed to do that?
Wait, I'm making a point. The point is, if you come and say, I think this word means training, that is not how to do tadabbur. When we say reflect on something, let me tell you how reflection works. If we say contemplate and reflect, so I'm going to say something, right? Let's see how you contemplate it. If I say a word to a wise is enough. Now I want you to contemplate on what I just said. Contemplate.
Yeah, a word to a wise is enough.
You are repeating what I just said.
No, I know what you said.
Contemplate on what I said. Just reflect what I just
said. Can you elaborate contemplate? Maybe I'm not familiar with that word.
Okay, reflect. The short word I can use is reflect. Ponder.
Yes, that means that it it means a word for wife is enough. Like you don't need to explain more than just you don't need to say more than a word for the wives to understand or get what you're saying.
Okay, fine. You got a point. So the wise person already knows a lot for me to be explaining over explaining. So that means if I say a word to a wise is enough, it doesn't take the wise person to be asking me questions to be enlightened. What the wise person need to do is reflect on what I just said. God wants you to reflect on a statement he said to you, not to be trying to change his words and say, I think God means blue. You don't understand. Find the understanding first and reflect, not just to start twisting your own vocabulary and changing from what God is saying to say, I think the word doesn't mean this, it means this. I think it means black. I think black is like sometimes some people will tell you Ramadan is in September. I don't know where they got September from. The last time I checked, we are not using Gregorian calendar. So they say Ramadan is in September. Like, what do you mean? Where did the prophet do the fasting in or any abstinence in September? Where? How?
What I'm doing right now is to try and find the best and follow it. You used to say follow the best of what has been revealed to you, right? You said God said that.
Yes.
Right? So that's what I'm trying to do now. And I know that one word in Arabic can have multiple meanings. So I'm trying to find the multiple meanings, put them into the context and see which makes more sense. And I follow that. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but that is up to God to judge. But people have different meanings. Even the translations, they are not the same.
Yeah.
I like the translation because it's word for word. But other translations, they're really like out of the way, what the things they say. You can even see the Arabic word they use and the word they use in English, they don't even match. Like they're just putting the words there to make a point.
Yeah, I understand. Anyways, thank you, brother. Let me take the next caller, right? I've given you more time. Thank you. Stay blessed, peace.
Thank you, brother. Bye.
Salam alaikum. Yeah. So that's a caller from Gambia, a dear brother from Gambia. So yeah, we take the next caller for that. Let me see. What question did I miss? Abubakar Mohammed Tijani. Yes. I'll be coming to TikTok. Let me see. Can I even stay on TikTok? I don't know. Do I have the energy? Yeah. GS said he had a headache. Yes, he had a okay. Anyways, Baba, can you give us a set of questions which enables the person to think or question their beliefs versus Sunnis? A series of questions. The questions are there, but you need to master the art of exhibiting those questions, presenting those questions. It is not just merely asking a Sunni that question, but it's about you knowing the roots and foundations of the question yourself. So when you ask, you already know you'll be on the defensive to elaborate your question. Sometimes you can ask a question and somebody can ask you, what do you mean? Right? Sunnis do that. You ask them a question, then they'll be like, what do you mean? So sometimes they want to know if you really know what you're asking them or not. Right? So I think it's something I can talk about. I can make a note where I can give that kind of question. Yes. Exactly. Protein Shake just said it. He says Sunnis don't care what you say. You can say something and they can say the most blasphemous statement and they don't see anything wrong with it. A Sunni can say Hadith is a revelation and he doesn't see anything wrong with it. A Sunni can say that Hadith abrogates the Quran, and they don't see anything wrong with that. A Sunni can say without the Hadith, Islam cannot exist, and Sunni doesn't see anything wrong with that. A Sunni can say without the Sunnah, you are a kafir, and he doesn't see anything wrong with that. So Sunnis, they are just the extremists in a way that they are so extreme that Their extremism has blinded them. And they don't see anything wrong with any statement they see out there. And this is why when I do dialogues with them, I present those arguments. You will see MFG do the dialogues with them. He presents their confusions, and they don't see anything wrong with it. A Sunni will just say those stupid statements, and he doesn't see anything wrong with that. You understand? So Sunnis, for all I care, you can do whatever you want to a Sunni, but you know. Yeah. Zabuta Buta says, Alif Lam Ra. Do you know the letters have no meaning unless they combine into a word that makes sense? It's just like alphabet, man. If you take A, B, C, D up to Z, tell me, what does it mean? What does alphabet mean? They are just letters. So Quran chapter 27 verse 1 clearly tells you about these letters. Tasin. Then he tells you, Tilka ayatul Quran wa kitabim mubin. It is there's the signs, they are symbols. So when we have letters are just signs and symbols. You need to join them together in order to make meaning out of it. Now, so letters that you find on top of the Quran, starting the verses, they are signs, they are symbols of the Quran. That are used as signs, symbols to join together to form of words in the Quran. Why do people want to have meanings behind the letters? So that the meaning of the letter does what to me? I don't understand. Okay, Alif Lam Mim. What does it do to me? Like, what will it do to me? What? Nothing. They are just letters. Yeah, Benisha and Sarah, I see you. Be salam to you. Somebody is asking, does Allah have a hand? Yes, God talks about having a hand, but we have not seen the hand before. We cannot even fathom how the hand looks like. He has a hand. He talks about that. Quran chapter 3, verse 26 to 27. Yes, he talks about God having the hand, but I have never seen it. If you ask me to describe the hand, what do you want me to say? That the hand looks like mine or what? No. Yes, Celine Monique says, ask them, is the Quran the final revelation? Yes, normally they will tell you Quran is the final revelation, but they are not still listening to themselves when they tell you Quran is the final. Because after the final, they will tell you there's Hadith books. This is how Sunnis are built. Their answers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore what answers they give you. They will still go back on what they just told you. Yeah, peace to you, Sister Khadija. I can see you, Mom. I saw your message. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, stay tuned. Stay blessed. God bless you. Sunnis love to say this life means nothing. It really grinds my Sunni logic explaining what Abdel routine for eat feces, urine, or dung from animal. Sunnis religion practice. Yes, that's Sunnism for you. All right. Sunnis think they are just, they are just the top notch. They feel themselves so much. They feel like Zabuta Buta, it is not everything you see in the Quran that needs to be taken literally. Not every time. When Quran talks in 560 that people have been made into apes and pigs, it is not every context you see things and you think is literal. Some things are non-literal based on behavior. In this modern day and age, if you call somebody a pig, it means somebody who is just a glutton, who likes to eat, overeat, excess, understand, without, And then if you call somebody an ape, it means somebody who likes to just imitate what other people do, like a monkey, copycat, So when God talks about he made people pigs and apes, in some context, it is not really talking literally, in a literal sense, right? So things can be looked at in a different perspective, not always thinking everything is literal. Anthony says, Baba, do you believe Jesus died already? Yes, he's dead. I believe so. He's dead. God took him away and he's dead. Tell them Salaf Wahhabi Friday sermon is bid'ah. There is no single sermon ever recorded. Yeah, it doesn't exist. When Allah asked the Jews to slaughter cow, they started asking questions like how old, what will be the color, etc. Sunnis are doing the same when command is to pray. Yeah, exactly. You will never find a verse in the Quran where it says, and they ask you about the prayer. You will never find a verse where it says, yes, alunaka anis salat. You will never find it. It doesn't exist in the Quran where God tells the messenger that when they ask you about the salat, when they ask you what they should do in the salat, when they ask you how many raka'at, when they ask you how many, no. That argument only started in this 21st century by the mushriks because they think that is an argument. So they look like fools when we tell them, Ma farratna fil kitab min shay. Quran chapter 6 verse 38. God left nothing out of this book. They will not pay attention to that. They are just, naive. Rehan Akib says, Baba, could you explain Quran, explain 16101 and 2106? I do have a video on that, right? I can talk about that. Let me see. I can talk about that. Quran chapter 16, verse 101. So this one. Yeah. So chapter 16, verse 101 says, and when we substitute a verse in place of another verse. So the word makana here qualifies the word substitute. That is badalna. Badal can mean change. But in this context, because it's talking about place of, we are talking about substitution, right? So now it's just like when you are watching football, when the football coach substitutes a player, he brings in another player. He doesn't substitute a player to bring in a fan. It is when you substitute a football player, you bring another football player. So when it says, and when we substitute a verse in place of another verse, and God is aware of what he reveals, they say you are only a fabricator. In fact, most of them do not know. You understand? So what God is saying here, when you read the next verse, then he says, say, the Holy Spirit brought it down from your Lord in truth in order to reinforce those who believe and as guidance and good news to the submitters. Now, what they are saying is God substituting a verse in place of another verse. This is how it works. So let's take Quran chapter 5. Verse, let's say, verse 33, right? Oh, no. Is it 33? No. Chapter 5, verse 33. Yeah, 32 can be used. And no, let me use this. Just a second. Just a second. I just want to use this first. Yeah, so let's take Quran chapter 5, verse 45. You see, when I read chapter 16, verse 101 to 102, you see the connection connected to 101, connection to 102. So here, chapter 5, verse 45, and we decree to them therein that a soul for a soul. If you want to know that therein God is talking about, he's talking about the Torah here. So when you read chapter 5, verse 44, it says, indeed, we send down the Torah wherein is guidance and light. Then it says, the prophets who submitted judged by it for those who were Jewish, and so do the rabbis and the scholars by what they were entrusted of the book of God, right? So now when we go to 45, and then God says, and we decree to them therein. What is the therein? He's talking about a Torah. You see, a Taurata. The Torah, it is the one which has the fiha. Fiha is a feminine pronoun. So you have the fiha to show you that he's talking about the Torah. So the 45 again is telling you about the Torah. Fiha here, fiha, therein is a feminine pronoun. So we decree to them therein that a soul for a soul, an eye for an eye, a nose for a nose, an ear for an ear. Then it goes like this, right? So now when God is talking about 16:101, when we substitute a verse in place of another verse, then they will say the prophet fabricated it, because they are thinking, oh, he fabricated it, because we know of something like this and he is fabricating his own version. This is not word for word verbatim exactly how it appears in the version they call the Torah right now. It's not exactly how it appeared, but it looks similar. So when God brought this verse in place of another verse that they already have, then they will say he's a fabricator. You get the point. So 16:101. And when we substitute a verse in place of another verse, and God is aware of what he reveals, they say you are only a fabricator. In fact, most of them do not know. So that is why God now mentions the Holy Spirit, that it brought it down from your Lord in truth, in order to reinforce those who believe and as guidance and good news to the submitters. So the substitution of a verse in place of another verse is not talking about within the Quran, meaning God is replacing a verse with another verse. No, it's not abrogation. You get my point. So now let's go to Quran chapter 2, verse 106. Now, this is one verse they like to misquote and to twist the people's attention and narrative, right? And this part of the video I'm doing is very important. I'll leave it on the live stream. I will try to do the time codings on it. Then you get to come back and get the answer in the best way possible you can get. Now, many a times you see people quoting this verse and they leave context out. Context is very, very important, right? Now, let's start from 104 to see what is being talked about before we go to 106. So chapter 2, it says, "O you who believe, do not say, be our shepherd, but say, observe us," right? "And listen. And for the disbelievers, it's a painful punishment." 105, "Neither those who disbelieve among the people of the book, nor the polytheists, that are idolaters, wish that any good should be sent down to you," that is the believers. It's talking to the believers. That is with at the time of Prophet Muhammad. Then it says, "From your Lord, but God specifies his mercy to whomever he wills, for God possesses great favor." Then 106, "Whatever we transcribed." So nansakh here, the word nasakha has been used in the Quran several times, and it means transcribe. It doesn't mean abrogate always. Yes, that same word can also mean cancel or abrogate, but in this context, you don't find the word illa. Assuming God used the word illa, except, then the statement will be in negation. God never used except, so there is no negation in the verse. If there was to be a negation, then it will be about cancellation or something, that abrogation. There is no negation in the verse. So God says, whatever we transcribed of a sign, that is a sign that has happened, or cause it to be forgotten, because the sign, a miracle can be a sign, a verse can be a sign. But now let's understand this. When I was translating, you see, when I put a sign, I underline it. And I put a verse into bracket, because there are two understandings to this verse. But we are going to see if God was talking about canceling a verse in the Quran, or what was he talking about. Now, whatever we transcribe of a sign, or cause it to be forgotten, because it shows, the context will show that he's talking about a miracle in this instance. But if he's talking about a verse, you are going to see what it says. We cause it to be forgotten. We bring one better than it, or the like of it. Do you not know that God is capable of all things? So the capability of God doing all things here is likely a miracle. Whenever God talks about being capable of doing everything in the Quran consistently, you will see that he's talking about a miracle, right? Then we go to 107. Do you not know that to God belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth, and you have no guardian nor helper besides God? 108. Or do you intend to ask your messenger, as Moses was asked before, but whoever exchanges the faith for the disbelief, then he has strayed from the straight way. Right? Now, we all know what the things that were asked of Moses. The people of Moses did not ask Moses for verses. They were asking him for miracles. Remember that? The people of Moses, they kept asking Moses for miracles, not verses. So here, God is saying in 108, or do you intend to ask your messenger as Moses was asked before? Okay, so now let's go back to 106. 106 is talking about whatever we transcribed. So somebody will say, Baba Shuaib, how did the word nansakh here mean transcribe when people are saying abrogate or cancel? So now let's use the similar example. So chapter 7 verse 154 mentions the root word there. So let's go and see chapter 7 verse 154. So God used that word. You see, in this verse, God mentioned, he says, wafi nuskhatiha, this word, nuskhatiha. So if we are going to break down for the root word, you have the word nun, we have the sin, you have the khaw. That is the root word here. Nasakha. So God is talking in this verse. Let's check this context. In this context, there's no way it can be abrogation. There's no way it can also be cancellation. It can either be two meanings, either transcription or copy. That is the external meaning of the word. So here he says, and when the anger was silent from Moses, he took the tablets, and in their transcription, you cannot say in their cancellation, you cannot say in their abrogation, you can only say in their copy or in their transcription was guidance and mercy for those who reference their Lord. Do you see that? So that is the root word, nasakha. But here it is using it as a noun. So nuskhatiha, it means their transcription or its transcription. Because of the translation I underlined here, the reason why I underlined their transcription is because here the tablets is in plural form. Alwaha. This alwaha is in plural form, the tablets underlined. The reason why I use their here, in the proper meaning in Arabic, it was supposed to be ha, a feminine pronoun, right? But it is talking about plural tablets. So when you are translating, you put their transcription. So whoever is following the Arabic language will see that ha here denotes the plural form of the tablets. Okay, so now let's go to the other meaning of the word. That is 4529. So in 4529, oh, sorry, what did I just do? I closed the page. I do this. In 4529, this one. This. Yeah, in 4529, this is what it says. Then it says, this our record utters the truth about you. Indeed, we have transcribed whatever you have done. So you see, in Arabic here, it says, Haza kitabuna yantiku alaykum bil haqq. Then it says, Inna kunna nastansikh. Nastansikh. Ma kuntum ta'amalun. So he says, this our record utters the truth about you. Indeed, we have transcribed. So the word nastansikh. So here, nasikh. You see? Here. The nun, the sin, the kha. So here, nastansikh is telling you we have. Kunna, we have transcribed. We have copied. It doesn't say we have abrogated. It doesn't say we have cancelled. No, we have rather transcribed or copied whatever you have done. So meaning, whatever you have done, it has been written down. So the proper meaning is transcribed. That is why it is underlined. So when you take my version of the translation, if you have the hard copy, when you read the appendix, it tells you whenever you see any word underlined, you have to pay attention. You have to examine it, contemplate why I underline it. It's to give you a deeper thought, a deeper insight, right? So now, going back to Quran chapter 2, verse 106. So you see beneath the verse, I wrote the transcription and transcribe, chapter 7, verse 154, and chapter 45, verse 29. Now that gives you extra edge to understand this verse. If it was in negation, God will have said, he says, we do not transcribe, we do not abrogate any sign or cause it to be forgotten, except you don't see any word except here in this verse. Had you seen except, then the verse will have been in negation. So here, Quran chapter 22, verse 52. I want to show you something in this verse. In Quran chapter 22, verse 52, this is where the word will mean abrogate or, abolish. So here, God says, for we did not send any messenger nor a prophet before you, Muhammad, except when he wishes, the devil contrives in his wishes. But God abolishes whatever the devil contrives. So here the abolishes, it can mean God cancels or God abrogates. Right? It can say God abrogates. Here. So in Arabic, this is the word here. Fayan sahu. Fayan sahu. So the root word is nasaha. Here is the root word, underlined, highlighted. Nasaha. That is the root word. But you see, this verse is in negation. There's negation in this verse. When there's negation, yes, you can bring it in a negative sense, meaning abrogation, abolition, because the verse itself is talking about a negative subject, meaning something has been done contrary to something. So here in this verse, it says, for we did not send any messenger nor a prophet before you, except, you see the exception? When he wishes, the devil contrives in his wishes. So now we see the devil doing contrary, and God is going to do contrary to what the devil does. So, but what God does is what? God abrogates or abolishes or cancels what the devil contrives. And then God perfects his verses. And God is omniscient and wise. So this is the only time in this verse this word actually means abolish. Because God has to take out all the nonsense the devil is trying to put in his words. You see the point? So now going back to Quran chapter 2, verse 106. It is actually talking about a miracle, not a verse. If you look at it as a miracle, simple. If you look at it as a verse, no issue. But when we are looking at it as a verse, so let's look at it as a miracle first. Whatever we transcribe, meaning any miracle that has happened through time, God explains to her. He writes it down. He transcribes it down into the books. And we find the miracles concerning Moses dividing the sea, concerning Moses making his stick becomes a snake, Moses putting his hand in his pocket and coming out white, and all the miracles that happens. God told us many of them in the Quran and also in the previous scriptures. So we find here God says, whatever we transcribe of a sign, that is a miracle, or cause it to be forgotten. If it is a miracle and God has caused that miracle to be forgotten, we bring one better than it. A miracle can become, a better one can come, or the like of it. Then, if we look at it as a verse, whatever God transcribed of a verse, or caused that verse to be forgotten in terms of previous scriptures, not Quran. We are talking about previous scriptures. Then we bring one better than it, because the Quran is always here to bring the improvement of what was revealed in the past. Remember, Quran chapter 10 verse 37, Quran is here to be a confirmation of what was before it and an elaboration of the book. right? So Quran is here to bring improvement. Just as it says in Quran chapter 5, verse 48, it's become dominant, Muhaimin, governing over the previous book, right? So here we bring one better than it or the like of it. Do you not know that God is capable of all things? So it is not talking about abrogation in the Quran. No. Nowhere is it talking about abrogation in the Quran. No. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings this live session to an end. This is the live session for today. It's almost 3 hours. I don't want the video to be that long. I need to be able to trim down the video so that it can be in an adequate time. People can watch. At least 2 hours, 30 minutes will be okay for people to watch. I don't want the live stream to be that long, right? So this is where I have to bring the live stream to an end. For those on TikTok, I'll come back. I'll join you on TikTok. Maybe I'll give people a chance to come and then let's interact. So I might have to end the session and come back again, right? So if you're on TikTok, stay put, remain seated, stay put. I'm coming back maybe for 1 hour, 2 hours, then we end the stream. This is Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer. This is where I bring the stream for today to an end. Catch me again on TikTok live stream for extra, I appreciate all the support. Thank you all everyone. God bless you for the support. All of you watching. Rihanna Akib, I would prefer you ask me this question on TikTok. I don't want to go extra. The time is already there. I don't want it to be too much. Ask me this question on TikTok so that I can give extra elaboration to that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Baba Sidu, thank you, all of you. Jihan, thank you. I appreciate you. We have Jazz B. We have our 36. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you very much. We have Hati. Yeah, we have Bilal Jibri. Thank you very much. Sister Dana, I know you're watching. I know you watch. Yes, thank you for the support also. Danes 45. All of you watching, the propagator, all of you watching, I appreciate the support. God bless you all. Rihanna Keeb, hey, Kid Costume. Today I didn't see Kid Costume. Is he busy somewhere? Yes. All my viewers who are watching, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to TikTok. If you're on TikTok, don't go. Stay put. I'm coming back. Right? I just need to end the stream here and jump to TikTok. Right? So stay put. I'm coming back to TikTok. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mustafa, I see you, brother. I see you, brother. Peace to you. Greetings to you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I bring the stream to an end. If you have time, kindly rewatch the program. It will be on YouTube and Facebook. Kindly watch it and benefit from it. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes and shares. Thank you for the, the motivation. I appreciate all of you. Marshall did great. Thank you very much. So this is where I bring the topic to an end. You catch me live again on TikTok. If you don't catch me again, then see you when I see you, God willing. Thank you all. And be safe. So I will say peace out for now. Always give them a reason to remember your name. The correctional officer.